Hey everyone, we're the Backyard Ninja Kids back with a project again. Today we are going to make our homemade nunchucks and cannonball holds. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this into this. Woo! Stay tuned to the end because we got some quick tips for you of what not to do and what to do. Let's get started! To get started on this project, what we'll need is some rope. Get any kind of rope you think is big enough, strong enough to hold you. Some baseballs and softballs. A lighter. That's to kind of melt the rope so it can have a nice end to it. These are actually a piece of a hose. A nice thick rubber hose. The Fat Max. This is our knife so we can cut the rope. A drill with a drill bit about the exact diameter of your rope. Last but not least, we'll want a vise so we can put in the baseball, the softball, and we can drill through it. So now is the fun part or messy part, depending on the way you look at it. Jason's gonna help me drill through some baseballs and softballs. So let's first put the softball in the vise. We don't have a vise that's a permanent location, so we're gonna just kind of wing this. It doesn't have to be super tight. I generally like to kind of find the spot between the threads there. Drill right through there. The hard part is kind of finding the angle, to make sure you're actually drilling at straight through the ball. If you guys have a tip, let me know, the right way to figure out if you're drilling straight through. Yeah. My drill actually does not have a level on it, so I can't actually see if it's level or not. Plus, this isn't level and all that, so. If you guys have a tip, an idea, let me know. So I'm gonna just get this started for Jay.
So let's.
One thing to mention is I've actually already tested to make sure our drill bit doesn't go all the way through the softball. So we didn't actually hit the bottom. You wouldn't want to hit the bottom of your vise with your drill bit. Obviously that would make it pretty dull pretty fast. Obviously kids, make sure your parents helping you with this, power tools and all that. I just want you guys to be safe. That's why I'm right here with Jason. I always love teaching my kids things, but I also want them to be safe. There's our first ball. Here we go. See through there? Can you see Jay? Bright. Whoop! Let's drill through this guy. Honest with you guys, it kind of stinks, doesn't it, Jay? It kind of doesn't smell that good. Obviously our drill bit is going to go well past it, so we're going to have to just be careful and conscious. And the drill died. Good thing we have 2 batteries. See, we hit the bottom. This one we can kind of smell the rubber from the rubber bands in the middle of the ball. So there we go. There's our baseball. So the interesting thing about drilling through a baseball is you can almost feel each layer. So first you kind of hit that top layer, then you kind of hit this lint stuff, and then you kind of hit the rubber or bands, and then you hit the cork, and then you repeat the process opposite. Interesting. Yeah. Hey, you're gonna have to get this cleaned up before Mom finds out. So let's start with tying the knot at the end. This will be the part that attaches to the carabiner. The reason I like to start with that is because then once you have your loop, then you know how long to make the rest of it. Tie a bowline knot The reason we use a bowline knot is because that's a knot that doesn't slip at all. It actually just pulls against itself, untie it, still pretty easily. What you'll do is you'll take the end, put it between your fingers, go across the rope, down and around the rope. See this? So we have our big loop and our little loop. Show you again. You go across the rope, down and around. Okay, so big loop, little loop. So then you just go under the rope and then back through that small loop, and you just hold that. Now there's our loop. Now you just pull this part tight. And if you pull here and Ben pulls on the other side, see this knot tightening? There we go. There's our bowline knot. So now no matter how hard you pull here, it's not going to come untied. But to untie it, you just push this up, and look, pretty easy to untie. Now that we have our knot tied, one thing to consider now is how long you want it. A few things to consider. Number one, you're going to want it maybe long if you have a really high ceiling, or you're going to have it lower and higher depending on. So for instance, out in our garage, it might be hung higher, but inside it's going to be hung lower. So as you can see with this one, basically if you want it a little higher, you can just move the knot up higher, and then if you need a little lower, you move it down a few inches here and there. Now if the rope gets too long, down below it, as you swing, and that might be hitting you in the face, or so you just kind of have to play that by ear. If you're only going to have it in one spot, it might be perfect. You might not even have an issue. Hey Ben, how long are we going to cut our ropes?
Probably about 3 feet.
Yep. Yep, we figured about 3 feet, 36 inches or so is about a good length for our rope. That way we can have a little bit of slack. We're gonna have a little slack at the top, so if we need to make them a little longer, we can. We're gonna cut more ropes at 3 feet, and then we can start tying them up. If your rope is like a nylon type, you can actually melt it with a lighter, and then that will actually help go through the softball or baseball easier, because the rope's not kind of bunching up and twisting up a little bit. But kids, don't do this by yourself. Get parents involved. I know fire is fun, but make sure your parents are involved. Okay, now wait for it to cool down just a little bit. So as you can see, nice and a smoother end. Okay, now that we've done that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our melted end, and we're gonna kind of start feeding it in the baseball. The melted end will actually go in there pretty easily, and then it kind of gets stuck because at least my string, it's a little bit thicker, my rope is thicker, so you can kind of see it bunch up as you go to push. But the easy way to get around that is you just start twisting. And as you twist, it just goes right through, no big deal. So twist and push at the same time. It tightens up the string or the rope. And it twists, and you can start to see it come out. And there we go. And you grab the other end, pull it right through. Okay, we got our 3 ropes done. Now we got our 3 ninja tools. So we got our hose, we have the baseball, and we have the softball. Hose. The hose is the easiest. Done?
Done. Yeah.
Hey dog.
Yeah.
So Ben's got the softball done. Good job. Okay Ben, just tie your basic knot at the end there. Hey Lee, are you gonna help Dada?
Yeah.
Okay, what do we need to do?
Push.
Pull. Not push, pull. Ready? 1, 2, 3, pull! Oh, you got it! Oh! Thanks for helping me tie the knot. Look. Good job. Yay! So I'll kind of give you some ideas, tips of things we've learned. The one thing is ropes actually stretch a little bit. We noticed that after we used it a few times that the baseball started hanging a little bit lower. So nice thing is the rope, you can just shift that back up. One reason we use the ropes and not like a chain, because that's what we had. To be honest, I think it would be best to use like a chain setup. I think it'd be easy to keep them all across the board the same height. But we had rope, we had baseballs, we had softballs. Just use what you have and get it done. So that's what we did. Some softballs actually are really soft, or baseballs are really soft. They must not have like a cork in the middle, or I'm not sure, but way too soft to really use. We actually tried testing one out with a baseball, and as you went across, you could literally feel it. At least I could, my heavier weight compared to the boys, but I could feel it smash in my hand as I went across it. It's still safe, it's still fine, but you know, it definitely is a way different feel than what a normal cannonball would be like. If this is your first time here, we just, first off, thank you for joining us, and we just ask that you maybe check out some of our other videos and see if you like it, and if you do, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a lot of good content coming. Dude, we got some tips.
Did you drop that on me?
Sorry, did I get you? Jason just got done doing it, but we forgot to hit record. Funny. You kidding me, Schmoes? We got our holes done. Let us know if you make any. See ya!